Hello, I thought I would record a video again. This video will be about personal finances and the importance of personal finances and keeping track of your income and expenses and making sure that your budget is up to par and everything is on track. I have been through a bankruptcy in 2010. And that is not a fun experience for anyone who have not been through that. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy, but is also an experience which will teach you a thing or two about money if you take into account what you actually are going through and learn from the experience. You will probably come out a better person in the other end. I have prepared some notes. Money is, as you all know, an important part of life. The person who doesn't think money is important either has far too much of it, or he just don't care, and that's a dangerous place to be if you don't care about money and budgets and making sure that things are adding up every month. That is a bad thing. I wanted to urge you to take control if you don't have control of your finances. Talk to your spouse and your family about money and make sure that they understand where you are at, how the finances are looking, how much income, expenses you have. Set aside money for the important things of life. Budgets are a tool to create a better future for yourself and your family. All businesses on the planet use budgets, or most of them that survive do anyway. All nations, countries, organizations, they all use budgets, and there's a reason for that, because it's a tool to control your expenses and your income. So you will make sure that you always have money for the things that is important, and set aside money for having fun with, and set aside money for rent and gas and car expenses and everything. I've made a few videos on that. They are linked in the description. There's one about personal budgets, private budgets, family budgets, and there is one about how to set up your bank accounts to have the best possible chance of succeeding in controlling your expenses and making sure that your budgets are up to par. There's one simple version of the budget in one movie, and there is another movie that is a little bit more advanced if you are doing some investing and you want even better control over your finances. So take a look at those. They are all linked in the description. There will also be a link at the end of the video. If you want a stable future for yourself and your family, you should really set up a budget and make sure that your budget is always updated. To take it from the start then, from the start, when you first set up a budget, you have to make sure that every week you check your budget and you see what's coming in, what's going out, that you have money set aside for expenses and bills and everything. The food money that you need to have food and a roof over your head, and everything needs to be on par. The thing is that it stabilizes after a while, and you don't need to check your budget every week, every month, maybe for a few months. And when things are stable and you know that everything is going the right way, you can check it every other month or so. But I would urge you to really take a look at what's going on in your finances and making sure that everything is accounted for and you have money for fun and money for whatever bills you need to pay, and money for all the other things that life can throw at you, and also an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months. Yeah, ideal, but start with a little emergency fund of 1 month and then build further from there and add to your emergency fund. That emergency fund can stay in your expenses account, for example, or you can have it if you still use cash. Some people do. I haven't had any real cash money in my pocket for I think 8-10 years. because I always use my phone or my debit card to pay for groceries and pay everything, and my bills are being withdrawn directly from my bank account, from my expenses accounts that I have together with my wife. So everything is on track and running smoothly. I never see a bill if I am not particularly interested in taking a look at some things in particular. They're going out automatically and being paid on time every single time. So that is not a problem at all. All budgets should start with the current status. You need to find out how much money that you spend on food and gas and cars and everything, and you need to write that down in a spreadsheet or some kind of paper form or whatever. Just get it done and go through that so that you know that you have taken account of everything, and find out how much money per month that you use for everything. Please do not cheat here. Don't skip expenses just because they're small, because small expenses all add up. If you do this right, you will probably get an aha moment of one or two things that you spent far too much money on, much more than you actually thought you did. So that's something that you need to have to keep in mind. Also, control your expenses. Make sure that you always have budgeted for the expenses that you spend money on. Thing is, when you have a budget, you can account for fun money, of course, and investment money and everything that you think you need. You need also fun money, because if you only have a budget and to account for the necessities of life, you are cheating yourself, and that's coming back and haunt you later, because you need to have fun. It doesn't have to be much, but it does have to be something that you can blow every month on stuff that only you need because you feel like having a little fun. If you have a little more money in your budget, you can have a bigger fun account, of course, but to make sure that everything is accounted for in regards to a roof over your head, like I said, and money and everything else. I also mentioned that you need to make sure that you have at least minimum 1 month of expenses in your expenses account, where your bills go from every month. Take an inventory of everything and make sure you have at least 1 month worth of money in your expenses account, and build that up to 3 to 6 months eventually. When you do your budgeting, check your cash flow at the end of the month. After you take all your income and you subtract all your expenses, make sure that you have a few $100s left in positive cash flow every month that you put in an investment account or a savings account, or in your expenses account if you're building up your emergency fund. That's always a good feeling to know that everything is accounted for and you are in positive cash flow every month. Things always happens everywhere, and maybe you need new tires for your car, maybe you need to fix something on the garage, or maybe you need to give your house a new paint inside or outside or whatever. Things always happen, so set aside money for that also, to make sure that you have money for things that may happen. That's it for today. I will post, like I said, post the link in the description to all the videos that I made on personal finances. I will also include a couple of links regarding books that you can read on personal finances. They are fun books that will hopefully give you a great time and an aha moment or two when it comes to controlling your finances and stuff. So this is it for today. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.